Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashley and I'm the best man. And for those of you who do know me, I apologise in advance. Now, before I start my speech, I would like everyone to please do me a favour. If you could please stand. If you could stand, if your birthday is between January and June, with your hands together like this. And if your birthday is between July and December, if you could stand with your hands apart like this. Now, what I'm going to do is ask everyone to smile and take a few pictures. Now, the reason I've done this is because the picture will show if the speech is rubbish, everyone give me a standing ovation. Okay. Mike clearly had a few too many drinks when deciding I was the best person to choose for this role. We've been best friends for close to 20 years, and as I'm sure you can imagine, in that time we've got up to enough mischief together to put me in a position today to stand here confidently and humiliate Michael in the traditional format that is the best man speech. There are stories that I can stand here and tell you today that will lead to the shortest marriage in history, ashamed parents, and even arrest. And then it's the ones about Jenny. But before we get into all of that, I would like to congratulate Mike and Jenny on signing on. Between us boys, we always knew he'd be the first one to get married. In fact, thinking about it, he was always the first to do everything. First to have a girlfriend, first to do something else at the age of 16, first to leave school, and first person to get points on the licence. First person to have a car crash, and a third car crash. Although never his fault. Well, that's what we always told Steve. I would like to comment on how stunning the bridesmaids were today. Katie, Millie, Phoebe and Bobby. I'm sure they've done a fantastic job of keeping Jenny calm, adjusting makeup and promising her to keep an eye on us boys at the bar. I think Ali's idea of Jaeger bombs before the ceremony was a great shout. Nothing wrong with a bit of Dutch courage before such an event. I'm sure you will agree that Jenny looks absolutely beautiful today, and it will go down as another mystery as how Mike managed to get such a lovely girl. In fact, Mike and I were having a chat the other day, and he said, "Ash, I cannot wait for the 22nd of November. After that day, there's going to be something in my life that will be there for the good times, the bad times, something that will make me smile and probably cause me some frustration. But to be honest, that's all part of the partnership." I looked at him and thought, wow, Mike really must love this girl. He's never spoken about someone in such a way before. And I sat back and reflected on his words and then realised the new Xbox comes out today. Yes. So now it comes to the point of the speech when I need to set the mick out of Michael. As you can see, nature has already beat me to it. When I sat down and started to write this speech, I was faced with a really tough decision. Do I take the high road and tell you all this is the only person I know to set out a goal in life and achieve it, joining the army? This is something that is all immensely proud of, and standing next to him 5 years ago when he's got his beret for the first time is something I remember forever. That moment is something I will cherish always. Or do I take the low road and tell you stories such as Mike driving to college one morning and getting flashed by a mobile speed camera? Little did Michael know, PC plodded reposition himself to the other side of the road on the return journey, and he racked up 6 points in less than 3 hours. Luckily for Mike, I've taken the high road. So unfortunately, you won't be hearing about the time that Michael was escorted out of a classy nightclub in Kingston after getting so drunk that what he thought was the toilet was in fact the VIP leather booth. I can honestly say I have never seen a bouncer pick someone the size of Michael up so easily, cable tied them to the ground. Am I going to say the time that we decided to make an action film out of remote control cars, a rope leading out of Lyndon and Steve's back bedroom window, and an action man covered in Joe's homemade napalm. An interesting mix of polystyrene and petrol. We duly set him on fire for the big finale. From memory, Mickey was in charge of cameras, Joe was on pyrotechnics, Mike directing, and Haddocks, well, I don't think Haddocks knew what he was doing. Said action man went sliding down the rope, which caught fire, burnt through, and landed in a gutter full of dry leaves. It was like a scene from the Towering Inferno. I grabbed a hose pipe, to which we doused the flames, and never told the soul of the day's events. I think apologies, Steve. Nor am I going to say at the time that Mike fancied a few days off school, so made a cocktail of gone-off milkshake, Dr. Pepper and Fairy Liquid. Needless to say, I didn't see him for the rest of the week. I can stand here today and tell you stories of Mike, myself, and all of the guys that we spent so much time with over the years, but some things are best left unspoken. I do feel a few headlines are appropriate for you all, though. Managing to take a wheel clamp off a car and then again Haddocks thrown out of university. Spending hours rugby tackling a concrete bollard out of the ground, carrying it home. Haddocks thrown out of university. Insulting my close family friend to her father's face, who found it hilarious. And by saying 6 words to him, I can guarantee will make him laugh. Is that a 10-gallon hat? Today isn't just a symbol of 2 people with
Okay, go on.
Today isn't just a symbol of 2 people declaring lifelong love and commitment to each other. Today isn't just a symbol of 2 people declaring their undying love and lifelong commitment to each other. It's the start of a new chapter in their lives. And unfortunately, it's the end of another. Michael, thank you, mate, for the last 20 years of fun and laughter. If you have a tenth of the fun of your married life into a single one, you really will be the luckiest man in the world. All I ask, Jenny, is that you please the bathroom. I've done a fantastic job of keeping them out of trouble over the years, and I would hate to see it go to waste. And if you don't want to take a Haddocks off my hands, that would be really You'll be pleased to know that I'm near the end of this tribute to my best friend. But before I do finish, if I could ask all to please stand. And raise a glass.